Hello guys, we've been doing so many thrifted room makeovers and renovations in this house that I thought it would be a great time to take you along for a spring home tour. The boys are at my mother-in-law's for a sleepover, and it was one of my goals today to get the whole house like tidied up. So there's still some smudges on the windows and that kind of stuff, crumbs on the floor, I'm sure. But I'm gonna take you along and just show you our home. I wanna show you some practical ways that we have made this home both beautiful, but also really functional for our family so that it can just be lived in well. By the time you guys are seeing this, probably this baby is here, hopefully. I am filming some videos that will be posted while I'm on maternity leave, just so that we can relax as much as possible. So let me go ahead and flip this camera around. We're gonna start in the front of the house and just move on through, and I'm gonna highlight those functional yet beautiful things that we've done in our home. And if you are new here, welcome. I share on this channel my love for thrifting and decorating and home renovations. So this home is a 1970s home that we moved into about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. And my parents purchased the home. We're renting it from them. There was some confusion on this in my like 1 year update. They plan to move here probably when they retire. So it's a joint process between us, and they definitely make some of the decisions, but they also let me make a lot of the decisions, and then we just kind of work together to make this home beautiful. Let's go ahead and get started. I will definitely share some before and afters because they're pretty satisfying. So coming in through our front door, we have our little entryway. I'll share that in just a minute, but let's just jump right on over to our living room. This is my favorite room in the house. One of the things that we did was install these curtains. I actually made these out of drop cloths. It was a very economical way to do so, but I think you can actually find ones that are probably about the same price once you do all of the other things that you need for the supplies. And then we most recently actually updated these floors to these Patio floors. We found these on Facebook Marketplace. They are very, very beautiful and unique. We absolutely love them in here. We have a baby cradle in this corner that my grandfather actually made, and then lots of special pieces like this piece from my grandmother, and it's actually from her wedding. I'm not sure exactly the story behind it, but I know she was married in July, and those are the flowers that are from the month of July. I'm not exactly sure, but I love the frame of it, how rustic it is, and I think it's just beautiful florals. I DIY'd that Anthropology mirror. That was a long, long time ago video. And then I found all of this furniture on Facebook Marketplace, with the exception of this. This was like the one thing that was gifted to us by a company, a brand recently. But this table is super cool. We think it was made out of an old door, actually. And then the couches are Pottery Barn. Love them. They're super comfy, and I was so excited to find those on Facebook Marketplace for a deal. This was also Facebook Marketplace, and the little sneaky storage thing is we actually have a TV in here. That's where my husband does like his gaming things, and we like to just keep it hidden away so that it's not accessible to our little boys or like ugly. Then on this bookcase, I really like to keep this nice and like well styled up here, and then it kind of gets a little bit more sketchy down here. No, it actually looks pretty good right now, but this is where the boys keep some little toys in here, but we really try to keep this room very peaceful and not cluttered with toys so that we can have guests over and just like be in this room and have conversation. I host a women's group in here, and so it's nice to just get away from all of the clutter. All of the moms are appreciative of that, I think. And we do have a little basket of toys back here for the boys. They have some trains in there, so they kind of have a little bit of a corner. And then moving on over to our dining room, this also got the new flooring. It just like transitioned into here, and we have a really beautiful piece in the corner. It's like a side table credenza. The previous owners actually left this for us, and I think it's just lovely. I store all of our like table linens in there, as well as candles and the out of season or just decor that I'm switching out. I didn't quite push that in all the way. And then these curtains I also made out of the drop cloths. This was a DIY lamp over here that I like painted. It used to be pink, if you can believe it. I like to keep our table nice and simple. I really would like to replace this table with a more warm toned wood table, but I just haven't found it. And this one was gifted to us for free from a friend who wanted to get rid of it. So it works for now. Love this light that we put in here. The previous one was kind of like glass. I don't know if it was Art Deco or something, but I love the simple lines of this one, how transitional it is. And we tried to have all of the lighting pretty much have matte black in it to look kind of like iron, like Spanish style. All right, so let's go into our master bedroom. So you guys just recently saw a makeover in here. I actually just finished that this morning, so it hasn't changed since those reveal shots. But this master bedroom is where baby will be coming into, so I really just tried to simplify it a lot. I took out things that I normally do have, like a throw blanket at the end of the bed. But honestly, it always just ends up on the floor. So I took that out, and then my bedside table is full of the baby items, and I just kept the styling so simple on the bedside tables, and I think that it's just gonna be really functional and really beautiful for us to bring new life into very soon. I love this lamp because I found it in the garage left by the previous owners, and so I had to find a spot for it, but my husband was not on board with it until he saw it up, and now he really likes it. So I'm glad that it can live on. I found this desk on Facebook Marketplace. This is great because it's always a mess. Desks are always a mess when you're a mom. There's always like kids' bills and like doctor's checkup appointments stuff. I don't know. And so whatever it is, I can just close it up and it's hidden away. So moving into the bathroom, this was a full transformation. I'll put some pictures of before. This was all carpet going into there. We still need to do the threshold here. My dad is going to work on that. God bless him. And then we went with the Saltillo tile on the floor in here as well, but this was just a little bit more of a simple shape that we actually did purchase new. I got this mirror idea from Lone Fox and then just made this out of some wavy trim that's actually roofing trim that kind of like goes with the corrugated roofing stuff, I guess. But I love the way it turned out. And then since this is really part of our bedroom, we wanted this to look like a dresser. So I found this on Wayfair, this vanity, and it's really beautiful. It's not like real wood or anything, but we put 2 mirrors above it, and then this used to be a drop ceiling, and it is so much better without that. And then added those 2 lights on the side, which help give really nice ambient lighting. The tile backsplash is so special in here. I think that it's probably not everyone's style. It's a little bit bold, but I think it is really beautiful in this little jewelry box of a bathroom, kind of. We're not in our bathroom a ton, and so it's nice to have something that is very unique and interesting, and so we have that tile also in here behind the toilet as a backsplash. There was nothing there before, but now it's just so much more unique and interesting. We added in this light. Oh, I have to have this one on because it's so beautiful. Look at that beautiful light that we added up there. That's actually was just found on Amazon. It really was not that expensive, but you can find some really unique pieces there. I made these little curtains here just kind of to add some texture. And that is my postpartum basket. I've learned it's very important to have one of those so you know where everything is ahead of time. And then the coolest thing in this bathroom is probably this arch. So our handyman, Dennis, added this beautiful arch and trimmed it with marble. We had to use marble because of the edge being like finished. Then this inside tile is Zalige tile. There's a light on it in there. It's actually not Zalige. It is like the Home Depot version of Zalige tile, which is a handmade Moroccan tile. And then we paired that with kind of a bold choice, definitely a bold choice on the floor, but we absolutely love the texture that this gives. The only thing that we messed up in here is this threshold. It's clean right now, but that is just stained, and we should have gotten a new one, but we thought that we could clean it and it would be fine from the previous owners, and we shouldn't have salvaged that. Like, we should have started fresh, but maybe there's a way we can clean it or like get it professionally like sanded down or something, but Haven't figured it out yet. I've tried a lot of things. One of the best things about this home is that it opens up into a patio that is screened in, which is super ideal for Florida because we don't have mosquitoes. Also, Florida things. Our neighbor's house is getting tented for termites right now. So yeah, Florida things, if you know, you know. We can go out here real quick. So this garden has been quite the transformation. This was all just dirt and poisonous plants and not functional at all. But now we use this space all the time. We like to eat meals out there, especially lunch with the boys. We usually do that. And then this little like sitting area is super nice. Oh, also Florida things. Hello. And then we have some beautiful plants that my parents, they really knew what to choose with plants. They are very knowledgeable. So some of these things are just beautiful. These flowers just started, and then we have a lime tree right here, and then the bougainvillea, which we're still working on. We need to make the trellis. We have all of this items to make some diamond trellis pattern there, and then we're gonna do something over here on this patio area on this side, like a fountain, but we haven't gotten to that yet. And this is what it currently looks like. I should say it really always looks like, because the boys just use this place all the time and it's wonderful. It's exactly what we were hoping for it to be. And so yeah, it's never tidy, and I don't care about that at all. I care that it's getting used. All right, so let's head into the kitchen, but actually, I should actually take you to the entryway first. I will show you this real quick because I'm gonna do a full like styling. I just got this table on Facebook Marketplace, and that chair I found on the side of the road, so it needs some help there. But I want to decorate this and get some baskets for down here to make it more functional for us. Currently, we just put all the shoes and like the backpacks in the closet, which is super helpful that we have. But I did put this light up recently, and it was just like a hanging light bulb. So that was a big improvement. And then we're trying to decide what to do with this rock wall. Should we just leave it? What would you guys do? There's like a German schmear technique where you can overgrout it. It might look good, but I also realized I haven't ever like dusted it, so it's probably filthy, and that might lighten it up a little bit, maybe. And then also painting this door to make it look like wood. We have an idea to do that. So those are things that are coming, but not for now. Now is just for resting and for baby snuggles. All right, so now we can head into our kitchen. This has been quite the endeavor. We have done so many things in here, from the cabinets and the floors to the countertops and the backsplash. This is a DIY range hood. I mean, everything in here is, even the ceiling. This was a drop ceiling. And so this has been a huge improvement, and this is where I spend like the majority of my day. We absolutely love that there's the view of the patio, so I can do dishes here and watch the boys play outside. And it's just, I mean, normally it's a little bit more attractive without that circus tent back there, but whatever. I love my big, deep farmhouse sink. This was a great decision. I cannot wait to put baby in there for baths. And then it was also really nice that it opens up to this room, which I don't think I've ever really shown you guys. Like, someone came over who watches my channel, just a family friend, and they were like, we had no idea this room existed. It does exist. I just never show it because I don't love the furniture in here. Everything is just stuff that we already had from our townhome before, and nothing is wrong with it. That's why I don't feel like I should like change it, but it's just not really my style anymore. Like, it's a little bit, like, I was really into mid-century modern stuff. The only thing that is definitely not functional is like, this is too small. Like, we need a longer one. I mean, you're supposed to have a longer one than the TV. You don't have to, but it just kind of looks a little bit awkward, I think. And it would be so much nicer to have a lot of room for toy storage. So I've been on the hunt for one of those, but they are hard to come by on Facebook Marketplace. And then this is where we do all of the crafting, and we sometimes have movie nights here with the boys. And so this table gets some some abuse. It definitely has like lots of marker and paint on it right now, but this was left from the previous owners, in addition to this cabinet actually, which is super functional for us to store all of the kids and my craft supplies. What I do with their crafting stuff is just throw everything away, or I hang it up here. And so those are the things that have made the cut. that's how I kind of keep things organized. Butterfly we found in the yard. It was already dead, but we pinned it up there so that we could study it. I would really like to get another bar stool, but I found these two at a garage sale for $5 for both of them. Can you believe that? But I would love to get another one so that I can sit there with the boys. I mean, we're about to have another boy, so eventually we'll need more than that, I guess, but I don't think that we could fit more than 3 in there. Honestly, it would be ideal to have more, but that's okay. This thing is also usually not here. This was in our entryway. I am in the process of selling that on Marketplace. I actually still need to post it, but hopefully that'll be gone soon. And then in here is our laundry room that I love so much. I recently shared a thrifted room makeover video with this one. The only thing that we have done in here is change the floors and the baseboards and paint and take off popcorn ceiling, I guess. We have not, so I guess that is a lot of stuff, but we have not taken out these cabinets. These are original, but eventually we will take those out. We actually already have one ready to go for that. And then we're gonna do some open shelving and like a built-in drying rack kind of situation. And we might possibly like switch this deep sink out. That is super, super functional though, so we absolutely love it. I have here styled some items that are super like functional for us. So I put our dirty rags in here, and then when the bag gets full, I just dump it into the washing machine and I wash the bag as well. And that system works really well. And then I just use these hangers currently to hang stuff because I don't have a drying rack. And then these are bags from like sheets. These are so helpful. I mean, not all bags, not all sheets, I guess, come with these, but these are from Quince, who I've worked with a bunch on here. And so whenever they send me sheets, I love holding on to these and using these for our traveling laundry bags. So we have like whites, darks, and colors. And then when I come home, it's just super easy to unload those into the laundry basket and get things all back to normal. This cabinet was also found on Facebook Marketplace. It's actually a TV cabinet, but super functional for us to have some closed storage. So I leave this bottom one kind of in flex. So there's always like thrift donation piles in there, or shoes that need to be stored in there. And just, it's very practical to have things that I can just close away and not have to like look at all the time. Same with the baskets up here. Those are full of toys and things that are just out of rotation right now. These baskets that are, I think they're supposed to be hung on the wall. I got these at the Goodwill bins, and so I put those there, but I ideally, I think, need a mirror there to kind of reflect some light in, since we don't have any windows in this room. So let's head into the boys' rooms. Now, this is our little teeny tiny hallway, which I love putting some family pictures in hallways. I think that's always so sweet. So, and I mean to kind of add to it. I meant to add to it, but these are all thrifted frames, so I need to keep looking for some more that'll look good in there. But I'm gonna save the bathroom over here for last. Give you a little sneak peek, because that is something. It's a real treat in there. But this is our guest bedroom / nursery. I recently shared a bedroom makeover thrifting and styling this room. I love the way that it turned out. So functionally, this space is a little bit tight in here, but it works just fine. And then we are using a dresser over there that doesn't match, but I think that it still works. And I got this dresser recently that holds all of the baby clothing, as well as on top the changing pad. This is the things that I need to actually put into the hospital bag. I did switch this out for a white one. I had a green one in the reveal of the nursery, but I love that white. It just added enough like contrast. I think that's what was missing over here. And then in a baby's room and kids' rooms in general, I love using their clothing and their items as decor. So for the baby, I have like some hats and a little outfit over there. And then in the same sense. I also have over here some functional decor. I added this DIY like peg rack thing, and I love just hanging up like this basket is so cool. I got this at Goodwill, and we can just tuck things in there. When this is a guest bedroom, we could tuck like things that the guests might need. They could put things that they need in there. And then also just like baby stuff right now is what we're styling on it right now. And I think it just looks adorable. So I love this type of functional decor. I hung these curtains recently that are blackout curtains for the baby. I think those will be super helpful, but honestly, we're not getting much light in here now because we've let this tree just like completely overgrow. So probably should address that soon, but not for now right now. And then I also found this rocking chair at Goodwill, and it's a beautiful old piece. It has this carved detail on the top. Something I love about this room is this rust color that just kind of came together. I had this painting that was from my grandmother. It's a print actually, but I love the way that it is framed and the mat that it is on. And so it kind of just worked that red was able to be carried through into the curtains. We got those specifically to match that. And then also in with this quince bedding that has lots of beautiful texture and just color to it. And I love the way this room turned out. It's a little bit more like cottagey, I think, than the rest of the house, a little bit more vintage style. And I think that that's really nice for a guest bedroom to have so much character to it. Okay, two things. My phone's about to die, so I better hurry up and get this done. But also, I just want to emphasize that this is a snapshot in time. Like, our home is just always evolving. There's always things that I'm adding to it, that I'm finding thrifted, things that we still need to like fix, that we need to finish of projects. But just, I just want to throw that out there because I really had a lot of pressure on myself when we moved in to like finish things, to make things done, have like a finished home. And that is just not reality. That's not how it goes, especially when you're trying to live life and like do other stuff. So this next bedroom, the boys' room, is definitely an example of a snapshot in time. It will not be looking like this forever, but that's how it is now, and we're still loving it as it is right now. So I found this really, really special needlepoint at a thrift store up in Maine when we were visiting, and so I think it's just the perfect thing to have between my children's rooms. And so coming into my boys' room this is their room right now. So it's a little bit dark because that blind is currently broken, because this child dissected it, and so now it doesn't go up. We're gonna get some curtains. I have them in my closet actually, but I haven't installed them. And so, but the things that I love in here are Gideon's bed. It kind of just came together with some things that I already had. I thrifted this blanket that just has lots of color in it. And then I also made that pillow a long time ago for my college dorm, I believe. Can you believe that that's what I wanted? But my style has changed and evolved a lot. And then I also added this gallery wall that's always crooked because they're always jumping on this bed. But love the little touches that we've added in here. Some of these things, most of these are thrifted, I guess. Thrifted frames. My mom did this sweet piece of art. She is a very talented artist as well as my grandmother is, as you guys have seen on here before. And so she painted in some of their toys. Like that's their Frankie. They have little toys that are special to them. And so their stuffed animals are riding those. I found this one thrifted. That one is from traveling in Spain. And then that's just like a postcard, but I think I'm going to add to it a little bit more. This is what I'm saying about like projects like that we still haven't fixed, but it's totally fine. And then the boys have a solar system on their ceiling because why not? I made this banner and I think it's just so cute. It's made out of felt, and then I used my Cricut to like cut those little dinosaurs out of there. And this dresser was actually found on the side of the road, and this was the first like furniture flip DIY that I ever did, and I felt so accomplished by it. I had to take the base off of it. My father-in-law helped me with that and then add those feet to kind of make it more updated, switched out the hardware and painted it and everything. But I wasn't sure. The color looks a little bit like off with the green of the walls, but I want this whole room to feel very like cohesively green so that their toys can kind of be like the pop in here. Oh, and this rug is from Chris Loves Julia. It's a Luloi rug, and it is the softest thing ever. Like, I don't know, you can't tell from here, but I actually got a very similar looking wool rug and they hated it. Like, they wouldn't lay on it. They would bring their blanket over to sit on it, and it was so sad. So I made sure to get them not a wool rug. And we can have wool rugs other places, but not in their bedroom for sure. And Dominic and I made this piccolo triangle for Gideon when he turned 2, and it is still going strong. So I'll show you the very last room, which is the bathroom that always gets like the most comments ever. people love it. Like, they're so committed to this bathroom, like staying as is, but it's got some problems. I've talked about them a little bit before. Just functionally, it just isn't great. But before I do so, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video by giving it a like. That really helps support the channel. Comment down below how you think this house has turned out, how long you've been here. I mean, have you seen this since when we started all these renovations? Because that's been quite the process. All right, let me show you this bathroom. Oh wait, full effect. Yep, and that light does not stay on. We've changed the bulb and it just like decides to turn off and on whenever it wants. But the things that we have done in this room, we actually have done some stuff. We took down all of the popcorn ceiling. Then a few days ago, I like really aggressively cleaned all of this grout. It was almost black. It was so bad. I thought that it was just black grout, but turns out I could actually clean it with baking soda. I had been trying to just bleach it, but baking soda did the trick. So this bathroom has lots of character. The sink matches the tub, and the boys think it's great, but the problem is that we don't have a shower in here. And so whenever my parents come, they have to like use our shower, which isn't like the biggest deal or anything, but it's just a little bit inconvenient, especially as the boys get older and everything. And there's no tile around here. So anytime the boys are in here and water just like splashes, it gets all over the drywall. I mean, you can tell how the wallpaper is starting to even peel. Can't say that the boys aren't a little bit responsible for that. And then also this ledge is really dangerous. We haven't had any falls recently, but Benji fell off of this a few times, and then there's been some close calls with that. It's just not designed very well, but we are embracing it for what it is. I tried to make it kind of cute by like adding this little thing, and functional at least too, so it works for now. So that is the entire house tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along. Hopefully, I mean, we probably have this little baby with us by now. So if you are following me over on Instagram, you will have been updated on that. And I will update over here as soon as I can. But we'll be just enjoying lots of snuggles. So I hope that you all have a very blessed week. And I will see you in the next one, which I believe will be a thrifting video that I also am working on currently so that we can have that ready for you guys. All right, guys. Bye.